Hello children, let's continue with chapter number 15, Probability of Standard 10. We are here with question number 13 to 18. Now question number 13 is, a die is thrown once, find the probability of getting a prime number. Then you have to find out the probability of a number lying between 2 and 6. Finally, the probability of an odd number also. Let us begin with the thing. Here, when a dice is thrown, the favorable outcomes are always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. These 6 numbers are there on the dice, so any of those numbers can be there when you throw it. Here, the first part is we have to find out the probability of getting a prime number. So, we'll have to look at all the prime numbers from here. In this list, the prime numbers are 2, 3 and 5. So, the probability of getting a prime number will be 3. There are 3 in numbers. That is by 3 upon total possibilities, that is 6. So 3 by 6, which is nothing but equal to 1 by 2. The next is number lying between 2 and 6. It is told to be lying between 2 and 6. So 2 and 6 will not be considered. The numbers to be considered will be 3, 4 and 5. Again, they are 3 in number. So the probability of getting a number lying between 2 and 6 is 3 by 6, which is equal to 1 by 2. The third sub-question is finding the probability of odd numbers. If we check the list, here 1, 3 and 5 are the odd numbers. So again we get 3 numbers. So the probability of getting an odd number will be again 3 by 6, which is equal to 1 by 2. Question number 14 now. One card is drawn from a well-shuffled deck of 52 cards. Now you have a deck of cards and we all know that there are 52 cards in a deck. Here we have to find out various probabilities. So let us try them one by one. The first one is a king of red color. So there are basically 2 red colored kings. One is of hearts and the other is of diamond. Both are red in color. So the number of red kings it is 2. And the total number of cards is 52. So the probability of getting a red king will be 2 upon 52, which is 1 upon 26. The next question is having a probability of a face card. So let us discuss what face cards are. Face cards are nothing but the cards which have the faces of the king, queen and the jack. So in all they are 12 in number because you have 4 designs and 3 types. Well, one is king, the second is queen and the third is jack. So 3 4s are 12. So number of face cards are 12 in number. So the probability of getting a face card will be 12 upon total, that is 52, which can be reduced further to 3 upon 13. The next is number of red face cards. Out of 12 face cards, half of them are red in color, the other half are black in color. So, the probability of getting a red face card will be 6 upon 52, which is 3 upon 26. The next is number of jack of hearts. Now, there is only one jack of hearts. So, the probability of getting it is 1 upon 52. this 1 upon 52 cannot be reduced, so leave it as it is. The next is number of spade. So there are 13 cards. It's a complete design, so it is 13 in number. So the probability of getting a spade card will be 13 upon 52, which is 1 upon 4. So every fourth card is a spade. The next, Queen of Diamonds. Obviously it is 1 in number because in the entire design, that is diamond, it is only one queen. So the probability of getting that queen is 1 upon 52. The next question, that is the 15th question, it is 5 cards. The 10, Jack, Queen, King and Ace of Diamonds are well shuffled with their face downwards. One card is then picked up at random. What is the probability that the card is the Queen? So we'll try to find out the probability of having the Queen. Now there are 5 cards which are kept with their faces downwards. Out of it there is only one Queen. So the probability of getting the Queen will be 1 upon 5. Now the next part of the question. If the Queen is drawn and put aside, what is the probability that the second card picked up is an Ace? Now the very first card that is picked comes up to be Queen. It is taken and kept aside. That means now there is no Queen in the remaining cards and the number of remaining cards is 4. So out of those we have to calculate. For the first one we'll find out the probability of having an Ace. Now there is only 4 cards left after taking out the Queen and there is only one Ace in it. So the probability of getting that Ace will be 1 upon 4. The next is probability of getting a Queen. There is no Queen at all because the Queen card is already removed from there. So the probability has to be 0 out of whatever chances they are. They are 4 in number here. So the answer is 0. So it is sure that there will be no Queen inside it and hence the probability comes out to be 0. Next question number 16. 12 defective pens are accidentally mixed with 132 good ones. It is not possible to just look at a pen and tell whether or not it is defective. So, 12 defective and 132 good pens are all mixed together. One pen is taken out at random from this lot. Determine the probability that the pen taken out is a good one. To find out the probability of the pen taken out to be good, we have to get the total number of pens. So here the total number of pens, it is 12 plus 132, which is 144. Now the number of good pen, it is already given to be 132. So the probability will be 132 upon 144, which is the total. This can be reduced. So we'll reduce it and the final answer is 11 upon 12. Next question number 17. A lot of 20 bulbs contain 4 defective ones. Now the total number of bulbs, it is 20, which is already given. Out of those 20, 4 are defective. That means the remaining 16 are good. One bulb is drawn at random from the lot. What is the probability that this bulb is defective. Out of 20, 4 are defective. So the probability will be 4 upon 20. That is 1 upon 5. Suppose the bulb drawn in is not defective. The first part is, it is not defective and is not replaced. Not defective means good one. So whichever bulb we have taken, it is a good one. So now there is one less in number of the good bulbs. Initially the good number of bulbs were 16. Now it is 15. And the total number of bulbs are also one less because one has come out. So total number of bulbs that is remaining is also 19. Now one bulb is drawn at random from the rest. What is the probability that the bulb is not defective? Here, as told, number of bulbs it is 20 and number of defective bulb it is 4. So number of good bulbs it is 16. But one good bulb is already removed. So now the number of good bulbs it is 15. Whereas the number of bulbs that is total and left out, it is 19 only. So the probability of getting not a defective bulb out of this, that means probability of getting a good bulb, it will be 15 upon 19, which cannot be reduced further. So we'll leave it as it is. Next is question number 18. A box contains 90 discs which are numbered from 1 to 90. So, discs, coin-shaped discs are there which are numbered from 1 to 90. We have to find out the various probabilities. If one disc is drawn at random from the box, find the probability that it bears a 2-digit number. So the 2-digit numbers, they start from 10 and they are up to 90. So out of the total number of 90 discs, the favorable 2-digit number will be 81. From 10 to 90, they are 81 in number. So the probability of getting a 2-digit number will be 81 upon total, that is 90. This can be reduced further to 9 upon 10. The next condition is getting a perfect square. Here the list of perfect square is shown to you. They are 1, 4, 9, 16 and so on up to 81 because we have discs that are numbered up to 90 only. So favorable number of squares, they are 9 and hence probability of getting a perfect square will be 9 upon total, that is 90, which is 1 upon 10. The next one is numbers divisible by 5. So we are going to list them up. They are 5, 10, 15 and so on up to 90. When we count them, the total number of favorable outcomes will be 18. So the numbers like 5, 10, 15 up to 90, they are 18 in numbers. So the favorable outcome becomes 18 and the probability will be 18 upon total, that is 90, which is 1 upon 5. This is how we come to the end of this question, and we'll be continuing with more questions in the coming videos. Thank you for now.